What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new trailer breakdown straight from San Diego Comic-Con 2018, where we just got our first look at Star Trek Discovery Season 2 and our first details about when the series will return and what the second season will follow. But let's just beam right into this trailer. This is actually just the trailer for the premiere episode, which, given what you see in it, is just kind of absolutely mind-boggling. This is going to be a very big premiere, and the trailer opens with a very Star Trek-y monologue from Michael Burnham about humanity's history of looking to the stars, set against shots of gorgeous nebula. But the scene shifts dramatically while Sonequa Martin Green speaks, as we see Burnham surrounded by flaming wreckage in a spacesuit, looking at a mysterious red being, and the narration ends ominously with Michael saying that there's a hidden secret in the stars that's visible to only, those that seek it, but more on that in just a second. The trailer then shifts back to right where we left off in the Season 1 finale. The Enterprise has intercepted the Discovery, and Captain Christopher Pike, played by Anson Mount, wants to beam aboard, and he's got some surprising news. He's taking command of the Discovery, citing a regulation about an imminent threat. But why does he want the Discovery specifically, other than the Enterprise, which is top of its class? Well, Starfleet sensors have discovered identical red bursts spread across the galaxy, and they're not matching any known signal. They need the Discovery to get to the bottom of why, and presumably because, like I said, it's a top-of-the-line science vessel. To top it all off, somehow Spock, Burnham's foster brother, and at this point Pike's second officer, is wrapped up in all of this. Pike reveals that he took leave because he needed to get to the bottom of some problem that he just couldn't solve, which Michael discovers is the same red signals, and if he hasn't returned, she knows that he's in trouble. The rest of the trailer is equal parts action-packed, really good visual effects, and a ton of comedy, which was kind of surprising to me. I mean, it seems like they've made an effort to really lighten and liven up the series, if this trailer is any indication. This is helped by series regulars like Tilly, who it looks like is going to have even more comedic run after she really came into her own in that regard at the end of last season, and newcomer and comedian Tig Notaro, who plays Chief Engineer Reno of the USS Hiawatha. And we're not exactly sure how their paths are going to intersect, but somehow it involves the Hiawatha heading straight for a pulsar. The real standout in my mind, though, is Anson Mount as Captain Pike. He's stepping into some pretty formidable shoes. I mean, not only is he assuming command of one of the most iconic vessels in science fiction in the Enterprise, but he's also now playing a role that was played well previously by Bruce Greenwood and originated by Jeffrey Hunter. It helps that he is absolutely a dead ringer for Hunter, but it looks like they're going in a new direction with the character, and one that we really haven't seen before. I mean, instead of Hunter's stoicism and Greenwood's more seasoned, kind of calm military approach, this is a younger Pike, and it looks like Jim Kirk might have actually learned a thing or two from his former captain. This is a Pike that, in his words, likes to have some fun and ruffle some feathers, which is something the show really sorely needed after the no-nonsense Lorca and the more wise and sagely Captain Giorgio. And how that's going to sit with Burnham, or more specifically her 50% Vulcan half, and Saru especially, is going to make for a really interesting dynamic that seems like, at least in this trailer, it's going to be a ton of fun. You might have noticed that his uniform is also incredibly different than anything we've ever seen on the Discovery, and it could just be because, the Enterprise is a Constitution-class flagship. It's the quote-unquote face of Starfleet, or it could just be a new uniform that hasn't made its way to the Discovery yet, but either way, it's much closer to what fans were expecting and recognizing from this era of Star Trek. Even if it's not just a yellow sweater, it looks like it kind of zips, like a three-quarter zip on the side with a little black collar. It's kind of weirdly somewhere in between the original series uniforms and the reboot timeline uniforms. Personally, I actually really enjoyed this trailer. I mean, I actually enjoyed Star Trek Discovery Season 1. It had its ups and downs, but I feel like it ended on a high note. I'm really kind of interested to see where they go with the comedy. I mean, for me, the comedy was not a highlight of the first season. I like, these shows being light. Star Trek has a great history of being really funny. The first season, it kind of felt like they were trying too hard to be two different things. And this trailer kind of tells me that they might have improved at least a little bit. They might be going for fun now, which is exactly what the series should be, rather than the super self-serious stuff. I mean, there's room for seriousness, but let's have fun while we're doing it. This is, a goddamn sci-fi show. Let me know what you thought of the teaser in the comment section down below, and if this changes your mind on Star Trek Discovery Season 2. Does it, make you even more hype, or does it, send it in the wrong direction and you're absolutely not watching it now? That's gonna do it for me here, though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.